Good evening, friends. It's Steve with Real Progressives. This is a plea to progressives out there. This is a plea to each and every one of you. You know, the establishment is not backing down, folks. The tools of the trade are being deployed early and often. Everyone is a progressive. Everyone is not a progressive. Everyone is a progressive. Everyone's not a progressive. And they are literally force-feeding fear of Trump and every other game that they can play with the media, blacking out Bernie, blacking out progressive voices, giving rise to idiots saying Bernie Sanders makes their skin crawl, stuff like that. Wicked, evil, disgusting, worthless behavior. And I want to ask you, we're gonna get past names, and we're just going to talk about you and I. We're just going to get real for a minute. What is it that you want? Think about what it is that you want. And know that whatever it is that you want, does the candidate that you're pushing for actually advance the things you want? If they do not, if they are not, do not give in. Do not check out. Fight for your candidate. Fight, because it's not just about the election. It's about the realm of possibilities. Folks, the gaslighting from the mainstream media is so effective and so nonstop. It's easy to get defeated. Trust me, I know. But you've got alternative media trying desperately to push forward the values and the things that we want. And we don't even support the progressive media that is trying to do these things for it. We ignore it. We literally say we hate the mainstream media, but then that's where we spend our time. And for folks like myself who do this 7 days a week, I think to myself, how can I reach more people? How can I help more people understand that we're in this together? And if you just look at the lack of support, not just for us, but for many progressive platforms, you realize it's not hard to understand how and why the lack of energy comes to be. We all breed energy. We all give energy and we all take energy. When you check out, it's contagious to others. Your lack of spunk, your lack of zeal, your lack of focus, your lack of dedication, and your unwillingness to stay focused impacts others. And then they start checking out. And it snowballs. This is the challenge that we are up against. And we will always be up against as progressives. Unfortunately, even people that are suffering are content in their suffering. And when we present information to people, and we're talking to the choir, we're only speaking to ourselves. We're not growing our audience. We're not expanding our reach. We're not changing the world. And then when our own most loyal followers don't share, don't pay attention, skip over and act like, oh, I already know that stuff or whatever, they miss the entire point that it's the people that don't know this stuff that need to be exposed to it and need to hear it and need to have people that are exposed to it staying committed to the fight and sharing this stuff, getting past the MSM, getting past the brain-dead centrists that have given up and are willing to sell out for a Biden-Harris ticket. No joke. So that means you got to find a way to engage with these people, folks. We have got to do more than talk in our echo chamber, because they have sealed us into a bubble. They've cut us off and they've cut our reach off. They've cut the ability for us to really get our message out with algorithms. People who are our main way of getting the word out, they don't deliver. They check out. They don't realize how important it is to smash the like button or smash the share button. They don't realize how important it is to click like on a tweet, to retweet a tweet. They don't realize how important it is to like a Facebook post, to share a Facebook post. They don't know how important it is to engage in a conversation with someone because they start from a position of hopelessness. And then they, by extension, become the pandemic. They become the disease that spreads like a rotten apple in a barrel. It's that lethargy, it's that negativity, it's that glass half full mindset, or half empty, as it were, that corrodes the entire movement's ability to make the changes that we want to see. As a progressive, as a man, as just a father, not as a media guy, not as an organization guy, just as another guy walking down the street, doing whatever, going to work, taking care of his family. I worry deep within about what it will be like if we don't get a real progressive in that White House. And we have to suffer more centrist garbage. And the vote blues that get self-satisfied with just getting Trump out of office and nothing changes. In fact, it may even be worse, if you can imagine. Because just because Trump is disgusting and vile doesn't make his policies really any different than a centrist Democrat. The neoliberalism is still the neoliberalism, which still is like a gun to the poor. As progressives, my plea to you, stop checking out. Stop taking the easy way out. Stop keeping alternative media at bay. Stop denying the likes. Stop denying the shares. Stop denying access to expand the reach. Because without you, there's no point in doing this. The mainstream media's got us by the short hairs, and you have to look in the mirror and say you had a part of that. And I don't want you to feel that guilt. I don't want to feel that guilt. You know, if I'm talking to 10 people, I'm talking to 10 people. If I'm talking to 1,000, I'm talking to 1,000. If I'm talking to 1,000,000, I'm talking to 1,000,000. But we don't get that. Because people sit on it. They don't hit the like button. They don't hit the share button. And now, Biden, all the polls are making people depressed. These fake polls. But if you're not paying attention, that's all you got. And guess what? Because people refuse to share, because people sit back and just say, somebody else will do it. And they don't realize how a simple act of clicking like to help bypass the algorithms, a simple click of a share to Twitter, a share to Facebook, simply suggesting it, channels, etc., inviting your friends. Those acts of activism, and that is activism, by the way, make a tremendous difference in the efficacy of alternative media. Otherwise, we're just preaching to the choir, and nothing's changing. Nothing's changing at all. So I beg you, social media warriors, activists, people who are fighting for a New Deal, people who are fighting for the 99%, don't lose faith, don't lose focus, and don't let your alternative media down. Just like, share, and comment to help bypass these algorithms. Or accept whatever the establishment gives you and don't complain. I'm Steve Grumbine with Real Progressives, asking you to be in the solution. Have a great day, everyone.